All right. Now we're live. What a disaster that was. You'd think you'd get good at it one of these days. It's just not the case. All right. I'm going to delete the other one. Delete that one. Yeah, I am live now. I don't know how I open YouTube Studio, though. It says excellent quality. You want to double check on that for me? All right, here we go. So, technical difficulties getting us rolling here, but we are going now Tuesday night before the state tournament, and this episode of this episode of JV Takes is off to just an incredibly good start. Just a very, very good start. So, this episode, special episode, brought to us. Our title sponsor tonight is Culver's of Rochester. A huge thank you to our friends at Culver's. They've really upped the ante here in this episode, as we were supposed to get Ankle Rider back tonight, but he just spilled a caffeinated beverage all over himself. He is not yet in mid-season form. He is covered in caffeine, so he's going to go take care of himself. Yeah, but the people at Culver's, they have very generously donated some certificates for free meals, different Culver's stuff that we're going to give out tonight for some Section 1 wrestlers that they can head into Rochester, maybe after freestyle practice. Maybe they'll get time next week when they're done with the state tournament to stop in at Culver's, have a free meal. So that's going to be the first half of this episode. We'll call it some Section 1 standouts from the individual tournament. We'll go Class A, Double A, Triple A, hit some of those big highlights, storylines, wrestlers that really performed at, dare I say it, these are the guys that really shined in Rochester on Friday and Saturday. So if you are one of these people, send us a message on Instagram where you would like us to mail your Culver's certificate to. Maybe you want it to go to the high school. Maybe you want it sent to your coach. That's fine. You want it sent to your house. That's fine as well. Just get in our DMs. Say, hey, this is Jimmy John. Thanks for the shout out. Actually, you don't even have to say thank you. Don't bother to say thank you. But you send us a message, and we will get those Culver's certificates in the mail for you guys. So thank you to our title sponsor, Culver's, for making it happen here postseason time. How's cleanup going over there? You making it happen? Red hot start here. So, we're gonna have the second half of our episode here. We're gonna have a couple, maybe one, maybe two. I don't know how many call-ins we're gonna have, but we do want to talk a little bit of state tournament stuff. And I don't claim to be the world's most up-to-date with it state wrestling type of guy. I know Southeastern Minnesota. I know Section 1 pretty well, but we'll get some guys in here who really know it at a state level. Can you hear me over there?
I can. How about, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm going to turn down your volumes a touch. Talk again. Say something.
I'm back.
You are so back.
Did you see that unfold?
No ankle is safe.
What happened there?
Yeah, you opened a beverage and it went everywhere.
It blew up.
It blew up.
What the heck?
Went everywhere except in your mouth.
Yeah, I had to change. I've never had to drop my drawers in the middle of an episode, so that's
a first.
That's a first. This is why. Yeah. All right, I'm ready though.
Just for the record, drawers are back on, correct?
They are.
Okay.
Yep. Got wardrobe change ready to go.
What the heck?
Oh, you looking at your messages?
Yeah, I think there's confusion about so I left the wrong stream up. So there's multiple streams now. One of them is about 2 seconds long. I think it's just me looking around, and then the other one is the right one, which we're on right now. But we're making it work here.
Actually, I don't know. I think you're frozen.
It looks like I'm frozen, honestly. Is the internet out?
I don't think so.
By chance?
What should I look up? No, it's working.
It is working.
You want me to hardwire into your computer quick?
Well, I don't know why it looks like I'm frozen. Wonder if the camera died?
Did you plug it in?
I did. No, camera's working. I don't know why it looks like I'm frozen. Audio's working, but video's not working. All right, probably best for the listeners. All right, I guess we just roll with that. How have you been, Ankle Rider?
You're not going to try to fix this?
I mean, I did just try and fix it. My webcam's working.
Huh.
Our webcam's firing it in there. I guess we'll have to call this good enough.
Yeah, this has been a rough start.
This is the best. This is pretty good.
We are in postseason form.
Postseason form. Al and Josh would never have this issue. I can say that much.
So you hear in their last episode, they were recording at like midnight?
Were they?
I think that's what they said.
That doesn't surprise me. They were probably at the end of a bender or something like that. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
So, do you think I do a pretty decent job of focusing on the positive stories? Would you say I do at least like an average job?
You see your mom's even texting
Yeah, she is.
issues? Can you open the chat?
We've got our producer on the chat.
All right.
Would you agree? You feel like I do a pretty decent job of staying positive? Focusing on the positive stories, right?
Not really, no.
When someone, like when a team has a bad performance, I don't dwell on it too much, do I? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Where are you going with this? No, you're not a positive individual. No, not at all. Not when it comes to wrestling.
I feel like I'm pretty positive. Like if a kid has a bad match, you know what I mean? Or a coach makes a bad decision. I've never called out a coach and said, hey, this kid, you should have put your kid in the down position. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, I think there is one bad performance that needs to be addressed from Saturday morning. And it was me trying to shave on Saturday morning.
You got rid of the mustache. That's why you wanted to go live today, so people could see that.
A lot of people on the YouTube page wonder where my mustache went. I was trying to clean up Saturday morning. I clipped about a half inch off the left edge of my mustache, and I considered trimming the other half, and I ultimately decided that was probably a bad look to make it symmetrical. So
you just got rid of it.
So you just got rid of it.
That's good.
That's correct. Yeah, made it work. So that was the worst performance of Saturday. Did you get to hear the young man doing public address announcing? Cyrus Marks?
No, I saw there was a little kid up there.
Yep, prodigy. He's going to be taking the job of Paul and Eric someday at the state tournament. He's a fifth grader, I think, from Plainview, Elgin Millville, and he was pretty dang solid.
He was dialed in, huh?
He was dialed in.
That's good. How did I miss that?
You're probably watching wrestling.
I wasn't listening. Yeah.
More than
I struggle listening sometime.
That's all right.
Oh. Well, can you check your do we have anything like what time are these guys calling in?
I told Witchy we'll give him a call maybe around 7:40 or something like that. I wanted to hit some of these Section 1 standouts, I guess I call them, before we get Witchy on the line, and then we'll get his as well here.
All right. You can dive right into it.
I want to see if you
want me to time kill any. I have a one topic we can jump into whenever we need to just, kill 5 minutes.
Save that one. I think we save that one. Spin the wheel here. You want to start Class A, Section 1A individuals, 1 AA, 1 AAA?
AAA.
AAA? All right, AAA is going to be quick.
Teach me, though, Logan.
You're going to hate this. You're going to hate AAA. No disrespect to AAA. Definitely wasn't boring, but it was kind of boring this weekend. AAA was tough. Guess how many non-1 and 2 seeds made the section finals?
3.
0.
Really?
Every single 1 and 2 seed made the section finals. There was 1 3 seed that snuck through to the state tournament, in a true second. That was Andrew Trimble of Rochester Mayo at 133. That was a pretty loud true second match. He was I think a 4 seed, came all the way through the backside, got a true second, and got a first period pin. He's the only non-1 or 2 seed.
Wow. You must love that. You love the
Pretty
ones and
awesome.
twos.
That's great.
That's good for him. He was it a couple years ago, state entrant at 107, and
I think as a 7th grader.
Yeah.
I think he got through as a 7th or 8th grader and then ran into some tough brackets, but he's back at the state tournament. So our friends at Culver's, Andrew, they wanna hook you up with a free meal. So send us a message on the JV Takes Instagram page and he'll send something your way. Other than that, I mean, Lane Royston down at 107, he was a 2 seed. He avenged a previous loss to get a section title down at 107. He got a pretty good seat up at state. I think he was a top 4 seed or something like that. These Owatonna lightweights, they definitely stood out to me. I mentioned during the preview show, Mason Sorensen at 114. He's a 2 seed as an 8th grader. Tougher than nails. He was trailing 11-1 in the section finals and got a pancake for the pin. That was a really big, loud moment. That pin and then Andrew Trimble's pin was probably the two loudest AAA moments. Mason pinned all three of his opponents in the section tournament, so those are kind of the 3 guys that stood out to me in AAA. That's all I've got for AAA, Kyle.
Cool.
Excuse me, Ankle Rider 1.
Are we going like AAA, and then you're gonna look at some of the brackets, how they're sitting there?
I wasn't planning. I was going to do all Section 1 from this weekend, and then when we get Witchy on the line, maybe touch on a couple AAA.
Okay, that'll be fun. Witchy's riveting.
Witchy is riveting. Double A or single A?
Double A.
What
This is kind of the order that they're gonna wrestle at the state tournament: AAA, Double A, Single A. So
is it single A's last this
correct.
year?
And then girls.
Okay. Let me pull up some brackets here and share my screen. All right. Fire up.
I got a
those
Zane
screen
Engel's
share.
performance was impressive.
Who said that?
I don't know. Someone on the chat.
Was it his mother?
I don't think so.
I'm just kidding.
He's kind of a monster. Is he a junior?
He got the 1 seed at state.
Did he?
Yeah, he got a 1 seed. I think Caleb Loomis got a 1 seed. He is a junior, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Well, good. Good luck.
What do you think? Were there any moments Friday and Saturday that popped to you that it got really loud that like your ears started bleeding from the crowd screaming? Can you think of any moments like that or no?
No.
Because I have one in mind.
All right, tell us, Logan. I'm on my edge of my seat because I have to because I spilt behind me.
So this 133-pound bracket, Parrish is the number 1 seed. Sam Moore is the 2 seed. Daryl Jackson, and they don't call him Daryl. I forget what to call him. Simley, he's the 3 seed. He ends up winning the bracket. Really good showing for him. But it was Sam Moore in the true second match. Gets a takedown, locks up a cradle, and I thought the Civic Center was going to about explode when Sam Moore got that pin. What are you smirking about?
That was exciting. That was probably is it unexpected, the most unexpected? I mean, true seconds are always crazy, but
No, it wasn't shocking, but I think it was the loudest. Also, okay, but it kind of was.
It was shocking,
I mean,
but, like-
Parrish is like a two-time state entrant, right? He's probably pretty close to getting on the podium before. To lock up a cradle and pin him in the first 70 seconds is pretty shocking.
it was shocking. But like things like that happen. That was one of those things we'll talk
Sure.
about for a while.
Yep. Things like that do happen. I mean, it wasn't a 500 wrestler pinning a returning state entrant or something like that.
When I'm chomping on my popcorn, can you hear?
I cannot try chomp a little bit louder. Can you take a
I
bite?
don't have any more. Well, that's over here.
Also on the ZM side of things, I thought Jonah Carroll wrestled a really, really good tournament down at 114. I think he was a 5 seed. He beats the 4 seed. He comes all the way back and gets 3rd. So we'll get Sam Moore and Jonah Carroll some Culver's certificates. I mentioned during the preview show that, every program wants to get a guy through, right? That's your big goal. Get one through the Lake Cities of the world, the Plainview Elgin Millvilles of the world. And 145, Benny Lopez Ramirez wrestled a great tournament. We'll pull up that 145-pound bracket here.
He had a big win in the semis, wasn't it?
Huge win in the semis. My notes here that I wrote, that was potentially the second loudest moment of the tournament. He was down 1-0 entering the third. 3-seed versus 2-seed.
And you're just talking about the AA tournament.
I don't know. I would say it was probably...
Well, Elsmore Plumbing would like to jump ahead to single A, but I just would like to explain to the audience how, a show works. We go in order. We don't jump around. We stay focused. So watch your own bobber there.
Yeah, and I hope you don't plumb like that, right? If you're hopping around from this pipe to that pipe, there's a certain order to these things. I mean, water flows downhill. You got to follow the flow. So it's tied 3-3 with 10 seconds left, and then Benny Lopez Ramirez hits a shoulder roll or Granby or something like that, reversal, near fall as time expires. That was a top 3 moment for me. And then, of course, like I said, the added pressure of being a senior and kind of being likely the only one that's going to get through for Lake City at that point. So Griffin Peterson made the section finals as a 5-seed up at 160. Knocks off a real good 4-seed, 10-1 with the major in the quarters, and then a 3-2 win over the number 1 seed in the semis. That was a really good performance. And then Mason Edwards at heavyweight. Byron pushes one through as well. Kind of my big storylines there in AA. Any comments we need to address? You do have one you're chewing, though.
Yeah, you got to string that out a little longer. I, going into 1AA, Cannon Falls wasn't really on people's radar. And ZM maybe, we're hoping for 3, 4-ish.
Yeah.
ZM had a heck of a tournament.
They had a great tournament.
And honestly, Cannon Falls did as well. Because Cannon sent, 4 or 5?
They were inches from putting 5 through.
Yeah, I mean, tough one there with Parrish. But overall, I thought ZM, in a world of KM and Simley, I think ZM and Cannon Falls definitely showed up. So yeah, it was pretty exciting there.
Simley was rock solid. What did they get? 7 through or something?
I don't know. You said we can't talk about Simley.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I don't like them.
Are you going to have those shirts for sale up at the state tournament?
If you would like a Spencer Yo shirt. Oh, hold on. I got to put this away for a second here.
What are you doing? Oh.
It's not who you know, it's if you know Spencer Yo.
Who made that?
Who made that? Blocker. Send me a text message. I don't know. Thank you to Isaac Blocker for this t-shirt. If you want one, send him a message. On the back, it's got popcorn. It's got all of Spencer Yo's Hall of Fames. Boom. A, B, C, D, top to bottom. Just like that, all the way down the back of the shirt. It's if you know Spencer Yo. Single A. I've got 4 standout performances, 4 big moments here, 4 guys who are all going down to Culver's, and they're going to enjoy a Butterburger, hopefully together next week, Kyle. Do you think you can guess
Miles Barclay?
3 of those 4? Yes, Miles Barclay absolutely
That's
is one of them.
Christian Zabrowski.
Christian Zabrowski.
I was going to say, if you didn't, that's just robbery.
Christian Zabrowski.
That finals match was awesome.
That was a great match, and it's the 3rd time those two have wrestled this year, Pearson and Zabrowski, and he just got beat by him by like 12 or 13 the weekend before.
Yeah, and I noticed the new rankings came out, and Zabrowski, I think, jumped up to, must have been 2 or something. But don't fact check me, because
that doesn't seem correct.
No, probably not. I think Pearson's still there.
Another side note, and Logan Pearson very deservedly got the 2 seed at state, but this is something I texted you about. A lot of guys who got 2nd in the section ended up with really, really good seeds. You see this picture I put up?
Yeah.
On the live stream? How sweet is that picture?
That's a good one.
That is a moment of a lifetime right there.
Yeah.
I think I'm legally obligated to give the Post Bulletin credit for that. That was Maya Giron, who shoots for the Post Bulletin.
He was on a mission. I hope that continues. It's fun to see.
Just a second. Let me see if I can reenact this.
No,
not quite as good. God, that's awesome. That's a little bit of a bummer, though, that Miles and Preby are in the same quadrant up at the state tournament.
Oh, we're jumping ahead?
3 seed, 6 seed. Yeah. I guess we are jumping ahead.
All right, so we had Miles, Zabrowski. I'm trying to think how your brain works, which is difficult. We got to go.
Well, here's how my brain worked. I miscounted. I actually have 5.
Well, that does not surprise me.
And you've got 2 of them so far.
I'm thinking we're going to have to go with Mr. Arlen von Knobelsdorf from Goodhue.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice little run through that bracket.
3 seed, misses basically the entire first half of the season, comes back, just goes on a tear. He's been spectacular. And I'll also say Miles Barclay and Arlen von Knobelsdorf, probably my 2 favorite wrestlers to watch right now for completely different reasons. I think Miles just really dynamic, explosive, showed that in the section final on Saturday, whereas like Arlen is just plugging away. Like 6 minutes of just working hard, snapping the head, getting to legs.
Agreed. I think I can get 5 for 5 here.
You've got 3.
I got 3. Do you think I can go 5 for 5?
I think you can go 4 for 5. I don't think you're going to go 5 for 5.
All right, I'm going to go Mr. Raby from Dovriota. He really barely broke. Well, 2 guys actually that barely broke a sweat, I feel. Raby had a nice little run. And then my 5th guess is going to be Kason Johnson at 133.
Not good. Not a good showing for you. You're thinking too much like me. You need to think more like you. You've guessed 2 number 1 seeds. Think more like
dominant 1 seeds though.
I'm a changed man.
I don't think honestly, I don't know if Johnson broke a sweat in the finals.
No, that was incredible.
He put on
a show. Is that a first period tech fall early in the second?
It was close. It was
Here's my hint. I'm a changed man. I am no longer a 1 seed type of guy. I like the underdog.
I can't guess now because I'll probably be disrespectful. I have no idea.
Grant Daniels.
Oh,
at 145.
Yes. Yep.
You got to be on
a
that.
7 seed.
That you got to be on that. Shame
yep.
on you.
Yep, that's my bad. No, that is outstanding. When is the last time a 7 seed?
I don't even. Was he seated? Is that a seed? Yeah. It's unseated. I think
he probably was unseated. But when's the last time that's happened?
That's a good question.
You're our stats guy.
Witchy will know. In that same vein, 6 seed at 160 pounds, Brendan Keppel of St. Charles beats a 3 seed, beats the 2 seed. It's dynamic, man. Those St. Charles kids, they can score a bunch of points.
I went Raby in that bracket though. I think did he pin him or major him in that? It doesn't matter. They're both going to state, but I thought Raby had an outstanding showing.
He really did. He did. Would have loved to see him wrestle the Chatfield kid again, if that match had happened, but not quite. All right, those are my Section 1 standouts, Kyle. And then, of course, Cyrus Mark's in there. So if you're one of those guys, Section 1 standouts, Miles, Grant, Sammy, Benny, send us a message on Instagram. We'll get you guys some free Culvers courtesy of our sponsor tonight. They want to make sure you guys are taken care of. And then for you St. Charles guys, bring Tyler Heim there. He'll pay for the ice cream or whatever the certificate doesn't cover. Yeah.
Is there a Culver's on the way to the X? Probably not. You should go to those Rochester North and South ones.
We support local, Kyle.
Yep. That's bad.
Local cows.
So you calling Witchy or what are you doing now?
Yeah, Witchy, this is your 5-minute heads up. I'm going to thank a couple other sponsors, and then we'll get Witchy on the line here. Lodermeyer's Incorporated of Goodhue. They are your local farm and equipment dealer, and I actually had an advertisement pop up from them in the paper when I was at home right before I came over here, Kyle. How many grain dryers, don't push that microphone too far away, how many grain dryers do you think they installed in 2025?
Was this in that that book they had, or the flyer that came out in the shopper paper?
Correct, it was.
It's kind of fun to go through and see all the different projects they did. They do a lot more than I realized. Garages, sheds, grain dryers, bins, fun stuff.
If you have marriage issues, they'll help with those as well.
What?
9 grain dryers.
I didn't get to guess.
Yeah, well, stop filibustering and guess. 21 grain bins. How many Bobcat skid loaders?
How many bushels, though, do you think are in those 21 grain bins?
That's a good question.
That'd be a trivia question. We should do a trivia question. Winner, whoever's closest gets a prize. You'll have to ask Dustin, though.
1.4 million bushels. I'm going to give away the answer.
It says that?
Yeah.
Huh.
21 grain bins, 1,447,954 bushels, which in this economy...
You know what's hilarious? All of our AAA people right now have, like, no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, correct.
It's like German to them.
No, that's not true. Some of the guys in Northfield Farm. You remember when I had Keith Harner on?
That's true. Okay.
Last year when Keith Harner was on the Sunday morning ride, that guy farms. That guy farms. All right.
Yeah.
Lodemeier's Incorporated of Goodhue, Heman Tree Service as well. I do not have the total number of projects, trees fallen for them, but you can vouch for Heman Tree Service, Kyle. They do very good work. Gorilla Wrestling Club out of Rochester. It's that time of year transitioning to freestyle Greco wrestling. So follow their Facebook page, Twitter page. See how you can get better this spring.
And don't worry, they don't start anything early.
They do not. You're not going to have to get up at 6 a.m. You can sleep in. And the Clash.
Hey, is it true? Sorry. Is
You're
it true Cody's doing some reffing this spring?
I did not hear that rumor.
Oh. He's an expert. I just figured he would.
That was good. That was well executed. Okay. Clash National Wrestling Duels. First weekend in January. Get your team in it. If your team's not in it, follow online. Be an announcer. Go down, buy a ticket to La Crosse Center. It is the best team wrestling tournament in the area. Is there any team tournament? I can't think of a single one off the top of my mind that I would pit against the Clash as far as like area team tournaments. No, you agree with me. Okay. All right, let's give Witchy a call, see what he knows. I can't wait to see how this doesn't work.
Do you think people think we're piping in the ringing sound?
I don't know. We'll find out. Witchy, can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right. We're firing it in there on the JV Takes YouTube page. We're live, so no swear words.
I've been riveted to the YouTube page for the whole time. It's really good content you're putting out tonight.
Where do you think this ranks against our other episodes? Like, would you say this is top 3 for the year?
How many have you done?
Maybe 15 or 20?
This might be 13 or 14, I think.
13 or 14 from the bottom or from the top? So we get...
I mean, Kyle's not on camera, but we can listen to him eat, so that's even better.
Yes, would you like to watch him? I guess I could turn the camera. We could watch him eat.
Well, I don't have the right wardrobe on now. I had to change.
Yeah, I turned that YouTube off. I'm assuming there would be some sort of delay, so...
Yeah, probably a smart decision. It's like a radio situation where you get an echo in the background or something like that.
Yeah, and plus there's lots of stuff on TV tonight, State of the Union and everything.
Ooh.
That's a good segue.
I didn't even
because
think about that.
The chat has been blowing up asking about the State of Union of Logan's dating life, and we actually have a really good prospect right now.
Do you really want to skip ahead on the agenda because that was like item number, 4 or 5? We can go ahead if you want to.
I've been trying to get her to call in, but she won't. So we're working on that. But if this
is she watching?
If this all works, I said, yeah, check your phone. It's a group message.
Why didn't you tell me that we were performing tonight? I thought we were just doing a podcast.
If this works out, little Logie B could have a ZM wrestling connection.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I'm excited. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. She actually
As
has a real job, so unlike Logan, she's gonna have to work it into her schedule.
hopefully she's from Mazeppa. The women in Mazeppa, they're salt of the earth down there.
Hopefully. So we'll see how it plays out.
Keep your fingers crossed, Witchy. So
I do.
you sure do. Are you getting ready for the state wrestling tournament? Have you gotten any prep done for your matchups tomorrow afternoon?
Well, what I've done so far, who prints out the actual program? Anybody?
It's a good question.
There's a
Am I
lot.
the only one?
No, there's a lot from. I think Al and Josh do, don't they?
Spencer
they
Yo
get-
definitely does.
Are you
I was
sure
about to
that?
out a business that actually prints a lot of them, but I don't know if maybe they're. I should say that.
I think Al and Josh take it to some fancy place. They get the nice covers on them and everything. Mine is just a 3-hole punch and put it in that way. So it's pretty nice though. Took about an hour to print. So
Did you do that at work or did you use your personal printer?
I did it at my place of work, which is my house.
Oh, you do work at your house. And did you go color? Did you splurge?
Oh, color for sure, man.
See, this is why Heman Tree Service, why they cut so many down, is because guys like you need to print out
What
their
does that have to
program.
do with color?
I couldn't tell you on the
He's
color
kinda
front.
got a point there.
It's kind of either way, whether or not you go color. But remind me what matchups you got tomorrow.
I am doing Totino, Grace, and New Ulm, my first round match.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's start in.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm chewing into the mic with you. Let's start in.
Mhm.
Let's,
Probably shouldn't have made a big bowl of popcorn before this. Should have.
No, this is like the episode last year we were eating Culver's. We thought it'd be good marketing, but it was just a disaster for the viewers. All right, Witchy. So I'm pulling up the AA bracket here. I'll let you go whatever direction you want with this, but you're opening up on AA tomorrow. Are there any teams you're excited to see that you haven't seen yet this year? Any underdogs? Any exciting matchups? Where does your mind kind of go when you look at the AA state team tournament?
Yeah. Well, I kind of got lucky. They picked me to do the New Ulm one, and New Ulm would be the team I'd want to see because I've seen Simley a lot this year, and I think by far they are the favorites. But New Ulm comes in undefeated, and they got some really nice wins on the year too. Scott West early in the season in December. They beat that Section 7 team, I believe it is, Holdingford.
They'll yell at you if you say Holdingford.
Never heard of them.
Kyle doesn't know who they are.
And they beat them by 19, so that's a nice win. That's a pretty good squad that they beat, and they also beat Wilmer and JCC towards the end of the year. So they're kind of on a roll here, and they had a pretty easy time in the section tournament with a 31-23 win in the finals over Marshall. So Marshall's had a good season this year also. So kind of looking forward to them. I'm kind of picking them and Simley to be in the finals. I think that would kind of be how it's supposed to play out, 1 and 2 seeds. But
Going out on a limb.
yeah, thanks.
I don't know if this is the year to pick upsets. This is more of a big picture theory than anything else. But it's like, I can't remember the last time we had 3 number 1 seeds that are, in my mind, are this heavily favored.
Yeah, Triple A is a little in doubt, maybe, but we'll see. That Stillwater and them had a pretty close duel last time, but
Yeah.
we aren't moving on to Triple A yet, are we?
No. Well, yeah, I guess we are. We're not that
Stick
far
to the
away
script,
from.
Kyle said.
Stick to the script. Well, didn't last year, I'm putting you guys on the spot here, but didn't Stillwater upset STMA at a quad with like Casson or something last year during the regular season? We get our fact.
Remember that one.
We get our fact checkers on that. So you're thinking New Ulm and Simley are the favorites. What about this matchup here? You saw Piers and Perm. Did you see both of them down at the Clash?
Oh boy, you set me up for that one, didn't you? So just a heads up to everybody, ZM beat both those teams this year.
Oh, let it go.
Uh,
uh, had to get that in there, but I believe Piers has a win over Perham this year. They wrestled each other also at the Clash, so um, yeah, so that should be a pretty good matchup though to start the first round on Wednesday afternoon, right? So kind of. I think I told you I was pretty happy to see Simley and South St. Paul have to wrestle each other in the first round. Also, that didn't upset me too much, but
well,
um,
they could have done that one like a couple weeks ago. You know,
yeah,
they could have just done that in South St. Paul at the beginning of February, but
yeah. And then Foley and Scott West kind of round out the crowd there, and I think Scott West should win that one. But I was going to ask, is this a good time to bring up the fundraiser for the Simley team that we
Hold
started
on.
last weekend?
Let's just get this, like, just for clarity's sake. If Simley was still in, 4AA, ZM still is at home, right? Because they did lose
I
to
didn't
KM.
say anything about that.
wow.
Well, I mean, oh my goodness.
This is why we don't put you on camera, Kyle, because I don't want you getting shanked at the dollar store in Mazeppa.
Oh goodness. This is gonna be a long night.
It could be. It potentially could be. What? So, Witchy, you were bringing up the idea. You and I both agreed we need to help out with gas money for Simley.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long trip to Rochester. They had them go there 3 times in 2 weeks, right? 2 weekends.
I would have thought
So
they would have just been able to fly, catch something into the Rochester airport, maybe.
yeah, you would think so. I mean, didn't Al and Josh come down to see you guys in a limo? I mean, obviously they
That seems like so long ago.
And they brought Brandon Lundy with them.
oh God.
We should have had a Lundy appearance this year.
Has there been a Lundy sighting this year? I have
No.
not seen him once.
I don't even know if I've heard his name mentioned on the Al and Josh podcast.
Like, hypothetically, how long are you guys gonna whine about this whole Simley and Single Leg topic?
Well,
They're-
I've got about 60 minutes left on my podcast recording device, so I could use them all.
Oh.
What did
we
the,
love Simley. It wasn't up to them that
correct.
they moved. That's what happened.
that I think I
What's your solution, you two?
I think Witchy, I think I said this to Josh in a group message the other day, didn't I? That we love Simley. We just would rather that they're fans when they're at the Civic Center, I think was how that was phrased.
I say 24-team tournament for the whole state, one class.
24 team, one class.
Yep.
That still probably leaves ZM out though, so it doesn't solve your ZM problem.
All right, AAA. Witchy, do you have any AAA
Oh.
assignments tomorrow night?
I do not. Do you?
I do. I have opening round Elk
You
River.
sound so defeated. I do.
I do. I have opening round Elk River and Hastings. Do you want to know what I know about those teams? I could give you some intel here.
0.
Here's what I know. Elk River is the 5th seed. Hastings is the 4th seed. So that's kind of all I've got. But you alluded to it a little bit. STMA heavy favorite. I think Stillwater has a shot. Shakopee has a shot. That was a really fun semifinal last year. I mean that probably shapes up to be the highlight if we're ignoring the finals for now. Shakopee and Stillwater looking at each other sounds pretty fun again.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'll be a good one. And I guess I didn't find any times when they wrestled each other this year for sure. But
Well, I think they were both at the Clash, weren't they? But Stillwater makes the final bracket, and Shakopee had some hammer in their pool, so they didn't make the first bracket.
that's right. That's okay. That's why I didn't see them. But they didn't wrestle each other though, right?
They did.
At
I
the
don't think
Clash.
they did. No.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting to see how that one goes. And then, like I said, Stillwater lost. They've wrestled St. Michael twice this year, but the last time they lost by 5. So,
They
it'll be
wrestled
good to see
STMA
that one again.
twice this year, you said?
Yep, once at the Clash and then once in regular season.
That's right.
Is Stillwater really young?
Oh, gosh.
Do you know?
I think so, yeah.
I guess in comparison to St. Michael, but I don't know.
In my mind,
I feel somebody told me that.
Last
So
year they were definitely young. In my mind, they're still young.
it's a good thing I printed my program out ahead of this because they have one senior on the team.
Look at that.
How about that?
You
Yep.
guys think I don't care about AAA?
And that senior is a 52 pounder, George Jones.
Yeah.
So that's
52.
Hold on, his
Yep.
name's actually George Jones.
It is. He beat me to the punchline.
Awesome.
he's we saw him at the Bi-State 2 years ago. He was down there with there's a Wisconsin team he was wrestling for.
Actually,
Oh yeah, just across the river from Stillwater. I'm trying to remember.
Hudson or something.
I don't think it was
River
Hudson.
Falls.
Could have been River Falls.
Wisconsin Dells. Reedsburg. Should we just start listing schools?
Grantsburg, Partyville, Wisconsin. What about? I think Northfield's going to have their hands kind of full. I mean, Shakopee, that's a tough draw. If you draw, I guess there's no winning here. If you're drawn in, you get STMA, Stillwater, or Shakopee. But I think Northfield, Apple Valley on the backside, that could be fun. And I don't know, some decent opening round matches.
Oh, ZM beat Apple Valley this year too, Kyle.
Oh,
Sorry.
how do we get who would we have to talk to get ZM? I mean, this is almost getting worse than Holdingford thinking they're the second best team in the state. How do we get a banner hung in Mazeppa?
It's a good question.
You know a guy, Logan? If it wasn't for realignment, KM, and I don't know,
I don't
an
have
injury in Plainview, we would have made it.
Right. I don't have a banner guy, but I bet Heman Tree Service, they would bring their bucket truck into the gym and they would help.
You know what they should do?
the banner.
You ever see them where they carve a log?
Wow.
They could be like the almost 2026 state champs.
I could see that, potentially.
So,
Witchy, you, I suppose, are probably a vote in support.
I'll have to think that one over. Maybe a rendering or something that I could see.
We'll bring it to the board.
to the committee.
So Class A here, Staples Motley, obviously they're the favorite, number 1 seed. Minneota ends up getting the 2, Chatfield the 3, UNC the 4. I was on the forum earlier today, which big mistake, but I got on the forum and it sounded like the discussion prior to seeding was Minneota, Chatfield, UNC. Those could all be seeded 2 through 4, but ends up Minneota 2, Chatfield 3, UNC 4. Feel like any of those can mount a challenge against Staples Motley, or is it just kind of a race to see who can get to the finals?
I think it's kind of a race to see who can get to the finals. I don't think anybody can touch them, but there might be a couple of maybe some upsets along the way. I know that Mr. DJ down the road on 52 there, I think he thinks LeSure Henderson's going to win that first round match against Minneota somehow, but
Is that right?
that's going to be a tough one, I think.
We're 40 minutes into the podcast, and we just hit our first DJ 63 mention.
And if he says it, it's gospel. So
this is
I
true.
think sometimes he just says stuff like that just to get people going, like maybe Section 7 talk goes, but
DJ's
kind of the same thing.
he's very, very good at what he does.
He is.
Ankle Rider 1, you've seen some of these Class A teams throughout the year, haven't you? Did you check out West Central, UNC, or no?
sorry, I'm lost in the chat right now. What was your question?
I said you've seen some of these Class A teams throughout the year, haven't you? UNC, West Central. What do you think about them?
Yeah.
Good wrestling teams?
I think UNC is underrated. I think that'll be fun to see how they actually perform up at state. They seem relatively balanced throughout, got a couple hammers in there, so that'll be good. I got UNC in the semis.
What do you mean UNC in this? Oh, you think they're going to beat JCC? You're guessing? Okay.
Yeah. If you want some predictions, or am I not supposed to do that?
Oh my gosh, this chat is a disaster. I should not have opened this.
So, and then West Central, we saw West Central earlier in January, and they were a little banged up, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they put out on the mat. But I'm going with the Gophers at Chatfield
Are you really?
to the finals. Yeah, it'll be Minneota, Chatfield, UNC, Staples, Chatfield, state finals, And I've got Chatfield by 1. Upset of the century.
Can I get some money on that?
You're breaking up. Can you hang up on him now?
Witchy, do you want to be as bold as to make a prediction here or no?
Who's
gonna win
Dalton
the whole
Barrett?
thing?
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Say that one more time.
Who's going to win the whole thing, you mean?
Who's going to be wrestling Staples Motley? Do you have a keen feeling one way or the other?
Minnesota.
You think Minnesota? I've heard
Yep.
nothing but good things about Minnesota this year. So we'll see. Any, I don't want to keep you all night, Witchy. I know you got prep to get ready to fire it in tomorrow, but any individual brackets that stand out to you that you're fired up for?
I think I sent you like that 121 AA. I don't know if you got the brackets that you can bring up online there.
Hold on a second. I'm getting ready to let her rip here. 121 AA. I'm screen sharing right now, and I'm probably putting a lot of private information on the internet, but that's okay. All right, 121 AA. It's pulled up.
Yeah, so that's 3 state champions if I got that figured out correctly, right?
Seems right to me.
Joel Fredericks, Adrian Mincy, and Lincoln Christensen are all state champions at one point or another. And I'm pretty sure Caden Lindquist was seeded number 1. Was he at 114 last year for Otana?
Yeah, he might have been a 7-pounder last year.
Yeah, but he was number 1 seed at that weight. So that's another hammer that's at that weight. Him and Mincy have had really good matches the last 2 weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but Lindquist will have to get through Fredericks, which is going to be a tall task, and so will everybody else. But
Joel
that'd
won
be a
it.
good, yeah.
Joel won it last year, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it's going to be a tough beat. It just feels like nobody's been able to touch the Fredericks boys this year. And Mincy, we've seen him the last couple weekends at the Civic Center. He looks really, really good. Beat Lindquist twice, but I just don't know if anybody can touch the Fredericks brothers this weekend.
I agree. Another one, got page through here, 189 AAA.
Oh, yeah, I had this one on my list as well. Kyle did too. He's a big AAA guy.
Yep.
I think I brought it to your attention, actually, Logan.
Yeah, you did. I had to inform you that the Class A brackets even existed. You didn't know that they were there. You had your nose so deep in the AAA ones. Oh, yeah, so John Murphy, I think he's nationally ranked. I think he's a returning state champ. He's the 1 seed. Caden Grenier of Mounds View. Kind of a surprise to see him at the 2 seed. I mean, he's a stud. That's a really good wrestler. And then nationally ranked William Ward, a perfect 37-0 at the 3 seed.
So Murphy and Ward are both going for 3 state titles this year.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's going to be an awesome weight class, I think, to watch. And if they get to the finals together, Murphy and Ward, Ward's been at 215 the last 2 years. I didn't know if you realized that or not, but he actually went down.
Looking for competition.
Yes.
I love to see that.
Yeah.
Other ones I had here, I don't want to steal your thunder, Witchy. If you've got other ones you're excited for, feel free to jump.
Well, I had a question on one. I don't know if you guys know what the scoop is or not, but there was a heavyweight class that had a bye in it.
Kyle's got that one.
You know
What?
the deal is there?
Why there's a bye?
I think there's actually...
Yeah, because the kid's not competing. That's why they put buys instead of the actual kid's name.
All right, smarty pants. I'm sorry about him, Witchy.
Thank you.
I thought there were actually 2 now where there was a
really?
bye. Yeah, so single A 285, there's a bye. The wrestler who is coming out of Section 6 is not wrestling. I don't know if that's injury related or whatnot. But I thought there was a bye as well for AAA 285, which there is. I would assume injury or otherwise not able to compete.
These are both
So-
at heavyweight, you said?
Both at heavyweight. Yep.
Maybe they're bulking. It's bulking season. They couldn't make weight.
Maybe they're just getting ready for freestyle.
Could be.
Maybe they've got Cody Buchanan coaching them this spring, and they want to be as ready as possible.
Could be.
Skip the state tournament to be healthy for freestyle.
Never know.
So if you got third place in that section, would you want to take that spot?
I mean,
No.
I didn't even get third place, and I want to take that spot.
No.
Won't be that way, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You can't give everybody a trip to the state tournament. You kind of got to earn it.
My feeling, Witchy, is no. I would rather that be a bye. I don't want to start grabbing the next man up. I feel like you have to get top 2 if you want to go. But I could be convinced otherwise. I'm not like taking a hard stance there. You could convince me.
So the assumption would be that whoever it was got hurt before the finals or during the finals match, right?
Could have been walking out of the arena.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious about that.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, maybe be a good Mark Queasley question.
Well, you got his number.
You're assuming that. Okay. 139 AAA I had pulled up. I haven't seen any of these kids wrestle, to be transparent, but apparently the number 1 seed, I've heard Connor Peterson from Maple Grove. He's a perfect 48-0. Apparently he's having just an unbelievable season. I think he won like the Rumble on the Red or something like that. And then you got one of the Heim boys from Shakopee at the 2 seed, Nick Strand from Bemidji. He beat Christian Jelly earlier this year. He's had a really good year. So those top 3 seeds, I think, pretty exciting. And then like Chase Mills, who might have been a state finalist for STMA in the past. He's the 6th seed. So some real good.
He was hurt last year, right?
It could have been.
Pretty sure he was out, but I might have got that wrong.
Other ones. I got a couple AA ones I want to look at here quick. AA.
I have a quick question while you're pulling that up. So with all these brackets, this is my original question. Do you think those guys that have buys, should that then automatically go to the 1 seed and redraw the bracket, or do you just do what they're doing? Or does it matter?
That's a good question.
I read somewhere that it just gets drawn in, right? And that's what they did. Apparently.
Yeah, it just follows that person. But should it be a benefit to the 1 seed?
I wouldn't complain about that. They earned the 1 seed.
Well, I don't know. The seating is so wonky. I'm okay with leaving the bracket as is. I mean, the seating process is imperfect already, so I'm okay with accepting that flaw of just giving the bye to the lucky individual.
Gotcha.
Now it's your you're welcome to tell me why I'm wrong.
No, I agree with you.
You agree?
Everybody wants these things to be perfect. At some point, just let her fly.
Yeah.
So I kind of went through all the brackets and put the rankings of each wrestler in there, and almost every single bracket had all 10 wrestlers in the bracket. So the rankings came out today, right?
Yeah, how weird.
So
Why
okay,
are
hold
we
on.
doing-
Did you use the rankings from today?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. Yeah. Now they're expert.
Now it makes sense. Now the job is easy.
Except for girl. Okay. I was bringing this up to Logan earlier. Hattie Matthews ranked 5th. I don't agree with that. You know, I think there's some bias built in there.
Is the ranker anti Hattie Mathery?
I think so.
Could
You
potentially
can book it.
be.
She's going to get higher than 5th. So do you go off of the last week's rankings, or do you go off of this week's when you are talking about your teams that you're covering tomorrow?
When you're on the broadcast, which version?
It's got to be the latest, right?
Yeah,
Most recent.
yeah.
Do you
I
think they'll
agree.
redo it after the semifinals?
Yeah.
And the finals, right? You got to redo them after the finals.
Postseason rankings when it's all done.
Oh my!
I'm sorry.
The section.
I would not want to be a ranker.
The Class A Section 7 wrestlers would still all be ranked number 1. Didn't matter if they win it or not. Hey, speaking of Class A, all right, 2 Class A brackets I want to talk about. 107A. I always love the lightweights in Class A. I think this year is no exception. Garrett Birgo was a state finalist last year, if I'm not mistaken. He's the 1 seed. Tyson Meager, 8th grader from Paynesville. The forum tells me he's really good at wrestling, which I guess isn't a shock if he's the number 2 seed at state. And then we've seen plenty of Joey Cady this year. He's the 3 seed for Chatfield. I think that is just a monstrous 1, 2, and 3 seed here at 107.
I agree, and I'm kind of leaning towards Katie winning that whole works.
I think I'm with you. Katie's
Absolutely.
lone loss, Lawrence from Stillwater, I believe. The other Class A bracket that I'm excited for here, heavyweight. Jack Carlson, returning state finalist. He's a 1 seed. George Doherty, LeSueur Henderson was a state place winner last year. He's 38-1 at the 2 seed. And then Nick Becker of Eden Valley Watkins, same story there. He's a state place winner last year. He's 42-1. All these guys, very, very athletic heavyweights that should be able to move. So I think that's going to be a good bracket as well. Any other hot takes you've got there, Witchy? You want to fire off individuals, team, or otherwise?
Can you bring up 107 AAA? That they brought up 107 pounders.
107
very
AAA
confused by this bracket
is on the screen, and I realized partway through this stream that my Culver's logo was covering up half the bracket. So I apologize to the viewers for making it a bad experience from beginning to end. But we've been consistent throughout.
You got it up?
It's up. Yep, fire it in there.
So the number 1 seed is 33-12. Right?
Yeah, that's interesting. This, I think, can lead us into a bigger picture discussion on seeding if we dare to do it.
Oh, this is going to annoy me. Logan, what are you doing here?
Well, I thought, do you have anything
Oh,
more
you just
to add
wanted
on
to
that,
bring
Witchy?
that up.
No?
He's ranked number 4. He's the number 1 seed, and he's got 12 losses. And I don't think he's beat Chase Lawrence this year for sure.
Yeah, I don't understand that one.
Or Thorne, right?
Who do we know who Chase Lawrence's loss is to? Is that Thorne?
Yeah, haven't they kind of gone back and forth this year?
I thought so. Maybe Castle's a returning state place winner or something. It seems like they weight the previous year's results pretty heavily.
Maybe
we get
computer glitch probably.
All right, guys. So how do you solve the seeding?
Let us do it. The one thing, so I wish I could stand up and say, you should do it like this. This is the right way to do it. I don't quite know the algorithm, but just off the top of my head, the one wish that I personally would have is that this year's results are weighted heavier than like last year's state tournaments. Because it feels like you look at like 114 single A and Arlen von Knobelsdorf, he won the section, but he ends up with the 7th seed. He beat Burns, but Burns gets the 3 seed because he's a returning state entrant. Same thing up at like 121. Barclay beat Preby, but Barclay's the 6th seed. At 127.
So, okay, hold on. But when we come to team seeding, you have these arguments all the time about it's the total body of work and the head-to-heads shouldn't matter and blah, 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 blah.
Now, I'm just saying I wish that this year's results were weighted more heavily
And I'm
than
just
previous
saying,
years.
You've said the exact opposite when it comes to team.
So
Chatfield versus LARP. You literally said, well, you got to look at the big picture and historical and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and if all else is equal, if the guys haven't wrestled, then sure, let's look at a previous year's result. But we
Chatfield
have
and
them.
LARP
They've
did
wrestled.
wrestle.
They've wrestled each other.
You are such a hypocrite.
So
okay,
you're welcome. Go ahead, present your solution.
No, this is just,
you've got it.
This is great. I'm looking it up. The 1 seed got 6 last year at state. Total body of work, had some seeding points.
He also has 12 losses this year.
So he's working out a few things, learning.
Okay. We've learned a lot tonight.
And nothing against this young man. We hope he wins it all, but just don't understand why.
Yeah.
We've got a state high school league puppet here on the show with
I
us.
just don't know how you guys just think it's so easy to figure out
These
the
are
perfect
state
scenario,
high school league
but yet you go
executives.
and
They've got
cherry
their
pick
arm right up Kyle's
the
back,
random,
and they're running his mouth
oh,
right now.
gosh.
How much money are they funneling you?
So, just it's fine.
Okay.
We could go back to the random or to the predetermined. Is that what you would prefer? The winner of one gets the two of whatever.
Like I said, I like the seeding process right now. It's
Oh,
pretty
you do?
good. I
Sounds
just
like
would
it.
like more weight put on this year's results.
Unless it's team.
Is what I'm a
Then
fan
it's historical.
Of. So, and
this is why you don't have me on, because I would call out all your hypocrisy.
So did you have any more hot takes, Witchy, you needed to fire in there?
Just Christian Jelly, my favorite match I ever announced. He's going for number 2, I think.
Okay.
This year. 2024, when he wrestled that Kelvin Singwald from Cannon Falls, was I think still the best match I've ever announced before. 13-12 state final.
Now that was pretty darn good. They were both winded after that one. Did Jelly not win it last year?
I don't think so. Oh, he did win it last year. Yep.
Okay.
I think he's going for 3.
Yeah. I think there's a few guys going for that illustrious 3 or 4. You mentioned John Murphy, and then I think like Trey Gunderson of KMS, he's got to be chasing 4 or something like that. So there's a few every year that are trying to make it happen.
I also think this is a good time just to let everybody know that Al and Josh will actually have like a good recap and preview of what's going to happen here this weekend. So tune into them. I'm assuming that'll come out tomorrow.
Gunderson and Fredericks are going for 4.
Going for 4. Okay.
Yep. Hernandez and Jelly, Cooper Rowe, Murphy, and Ward are going for 3.
Sure. Yeah. There's a few every class that seem to make that happen. All right, Witchy, I'm going to have you pull up your YouTube stream one more time. I had a Section 1 wrestling mom, and then we'll let you hop off here. But I have a Section 1 wrestling mom send me a couple pictures that I thought were pretty funny, and I wanted you to get a chance to look at those quick.
In the area.
Oh yeah, you can mute us though. We're getting a little bit of an echo. Do you have your stream pulled up, Kyle?
Yeah.
So if you're listening to the podcast, the picture on the left here, we've got some guys in suits, and they just look really good. Their suits look ironed. They looked pressed. They've got water bottles. They're smiling. They're happy. And the caption says, "Made it out of sections 2 through 8." And these guys do not have a single scuff on their body. And then on the right side of the screen, we've got a couple really tough soldiers covered in blood and muck, and they're trudging out of the woods, and it's captioned "Section Made it out of Section 1." So,
did somebody make that for you?
I'm guessing AI. My intuition says AI. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'm going to ask AI to put like Witchy's face on those guys from Section 1 and Josh Raymond's face on there as well.
Can't hardly see his face anymore.
Can't hardly see his. That's true. He's got that big old beard.
Huge beard.
Yeah, they just secured Just for Men's as a sponsor, so he is legally obligated to keep the beard all postseason. Hey, Witchy, thanks for calling in. We'll see you tomorrow on the old Nespin, and then you and I will be doing the AA team finals and Saturday night, I think, individual Class A finals as well. So we'll see you there.
If you enjoyed this tonight, wait till this week.
It only gets better. I think we've got some good dance line talkers we're going to hit, and should be good stuff.
It just, we never did hear a solution to the whole seating thing from you two. So, way to complain, but not actually solve anything. So
I wasn't complaining. It was just a question.
So I guess, Witchy, we could put that on the agenda for, I don't know, you want to circle back on that one Thursday night, Saturday night, we could maybe consider.
We'll post our results later.
We'll do that. All right. Thanks. We'll see ya.
Thanks, boys.
All right. Pro's pro right there. That's, I think, all I've got on my agenda. You got anything else you want to hit tonight? What? No?
I don't know. Do you?
No, I think we're good. I think we've hit everything we need to here.
Well, we got to talk state tournament schedule, all that kind of fun stuff, and refresh people. I printed that little flyer out for you.
Sure. Let me pull it up here.
You having trouble reading?
Well, I'm going to pull it up on the computer here so I can screen share it.
Oh, I see. I should have emailed it to you then.
What do you got going on in the chat? Anything there?
Yeah, Cody's annoyed. Shocking. There's I don't know. Yeah, nothing great. Couple chirpers.
We'll see if the guillotine has the schedule on here. I guess it would probably be in the program, huh?
I don't know. Just read it off.
All right. So Wednesday, first session tomorrow, 4 o'clock. We've got team quarterfinals starting with AAA and AA. 6 o'clock, we're going to do some consolation for AAA and AA. And then team quarterfinals for Class A. We will have our final round of the night at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then Thursday, individual first round at 9 a.m. Girls. You're literally holding it in front of it. Yeah, hey, hi guys. How's it going? Yeah, girls are going to be going. Boys, AAA, then AA, then single A. It's the plan.
What do you think the new format? You think you're gonna like it? You think you're gonna dislike it? Where you at?
Ask me on Sunday. I'm not going to form any opinions on that.
Hot take there.
That's right. All right, let's shut this down. I got to get prepped for the state tournament tomorrow. So, Ankle Rider 1, thank you for rejoining the show. We'll see everybody up at Not the X, Grand Casino. And thank you to our sponsors, of course. One more thank you to them. Culver's, Lodemeier's Incorporated, Heman Tree Service, Gorilla Wrestling Club, and the Clash